Hey everybody. Okay, so anyway, it's a beautiful Saturday here, and I'm in McKinney, Texas, and I will be doing a lecture in McKinney, Texas on Tuesday. For anybody that wants to come to this lecture, it is for free, okay? And I will be going live on this lecture actually as well. So this lecture will be 6 o'clock on Tuesday night. That's a meet and greet if you'd like to come and meet me. And then at 7 o'clock, I'll start the lecture, and I'll also come on live on all the platforms that people are on right now. And that's what we do. We want to share with you as much as possible, okay? And then I will be doing a lecture in Kelowna. I'll be going there next week, Kelowna, British Columbia. It will be free. It will be at the Royal Anne Hotel on Bernard Street. I'll get into that in a few minutes, and I'll tell you what my agenda is. But let me just say something, okay? First of all, what if you loved everyone and hated no one? Now let me just say this. Just even saying that almost kind of gives me a funny feeling when I say, what if you loved everyone? You know what? Inside of me there's something that goes, how airy-fairy is this? What do you like, some hippie that wants to give out flowers or something? Or what have you joined? Some kind of cult? You know, this is how we get so brainwashed, okay? That, you know what? I know in my heart of hearts that it would be right if I loved everyone. Now, it doesn't mean making love to everyone, so just, you know, calm it down here a little bit, okay? But let's just start with this. I know you guys can't go all the way of loving everyone. Why would you ever do that when you're so busy hating yourself and everybody else? Oh, I hate broccoli. Oh, I hate that shirt. Oh, I hate that house. Oh, I hate my job. Oh, I hate my life. I mean, hate. You know what? I bet you can handle this. What if you hated nobody or anything? Now try to think about that. And actually, it's the same thing as if you were to love everyone. But see, you can't handle that because that sounds mushy. That sounds weird. Okay? And why would we do that? Because guess what? What if we stopped hurting each other? Let me tell you something, okay? Remember when the old COVID was on and everybody got this? Especially if you didn't believe in wearing the diaper on your face. Especially if you didn't believe that you were supposed to pump bacterial soap in your hand and that was going to help fight a virus. Do you know what virus is? Virus means poison, guys. So whenever you're done, it doesn't mean small invisible microbe that jumps 6 feet or more. I mean, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm one of them, so I'm not putting anybody down. I'm one of you, whether you believe it or not. I'm no better than you. I'm no worse than you, and I'm one of you. But guess what? Human beings have got to be one of the dumbest species in the universe because it is so easy to program a human being to eat, drink, think anything. Really? You don't believe me? 90% of the food that people eat is not even real food. It's garbage. It's poison. Okay? People actually believe that Trump's going to save the day. People actually believe, my father actually believed this, that Jesus was coming every day to save us. And I want to be wrong. So Jesus comes back, okay? No, what this means is, why can't we bring back what Jesus gave us? And that was unconditional love. So Jesus loved everyone. Jesus didn't hate anyone, okay? But he showed he disliked the bankers. He showed he disliked a lot of things, didn't he? All right? You can dislike things, but to hate things would be, guess what? Poisoning yourself. I'm not going to poison myself. You know, somebody said to me today, Dr. Wolfe, you know that article that they did on you and that show they did on Marketplace that said you killed 3 people and that you said that you could cure cancer? Well, I never said I could cure cancer. Cancer's stage 4 inflammation, and I said it could be turned around. So I never said I could cure cancer, but as far as stage 4 inflammation goes, yes, anybody can cure stage 4 inflammation, stage 3 inflammation, all right, for your information. And it's done all the time. You're not going to find that 2.3 of the people that come to us with, whether you want to call it stage 4 inflammation or cancer, are only going to be existing in 5 years. I hope you know that. So the same people that are attacking me and telling the world that I murdered people, okay, this lady says, oh my God, Dr. Wolfe, you're so popular. You know, one of my friends saw the show about you on Marketplace about how you rip people off and you murder people. Well, guess what? And I go, well, that's it. That's good enough for me. See, the reality is you need to understand something. People need things to hate. Why? Because they hate feeling like there's invisible bonds that bind them. And those invisible bonds that bind them are their own belief systems. I don't want to hate my life. I don't want to hate my family. I don't want to hate where I live. I don't want to hate that I feel like I have no power, that I'm in prison. So let's go hate this, this, or this. I don't care how many people hate me. I'm going to love them anyways. Now understand something. Wouldn't it be great if you didn't hate anything on this planet and you only focused on the things you love? Now understand this. I am never going to forgive anybody for anything because I'm never going to judge anybody for anything ever again. Oh, no, I'm not. Bill Gates, Fauci, doesn't matter, all this other stuff. Don't you guys just know this? They don't care if you hate them. They're never going to jail. They're never going to go to court. You know, you can hate them all you want. You know, you can say that they've done crimes, that God's going to get them, that this person's going to get them, that person. No, they're not. That's never happened in history. That's not going to happen. You're so busy with these major soap operas that Trump's going to save everyone, okay, and that these guys are going to get theirs, and somebody's going to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. The only way you're going to save yourself is if you stop hating and if you start loving. Let's see if you could just love yourself unconditionally without judging yourself for one day, 24 hours. Then let's see if you could do it for another 24 hours and not judge your children or your wife or your partner. What if you just sat down and you didn't get angry anymore and you worked things out, you discussed things? What if you didn't make people responsible for healing you because they never will? You know, it's so crazy. The way the majority believes is that until it's broken, okay, I'm not going to think about it. That would be their body, their gift, that beautiful gift. You know, you can believe it or not, okay? But I'm going to tell you something right now. I believe that 40 to 60% of the population will not be here in 7 years. And I understand this. Why don't you go take a look around? Look at all the people that are limping. Oh yeah, practitioners really know what they're doing. Practitioners don't know what they're doing. Whether they're medical or they're natural, you tell me they know what they're doing. You tell me that your practitioner knows what he's doing. If you have any scar tissue in you, if you have any displaced calcium, if you have any stiff joints, okay, let me just tell you something right now. The majority of natural health practitioners do not know what they're doing, and it's not because they're dumb, and it's not because they're ripping you off. You need to get this, okay? Whether you believe this or not, it's been 250 years in the making, what's going on right now. You notice how everything's kind of casual right now? We only heard that a dog died of the avian virus, which a virus, there's no such thing. You show me one incident where you were able to isolate a virus. There's no such thing. Viruses are just chemicals, okay, and GMOs and heavy metal poisoning in your cells. And you know what? Don't give me your crap, okay? I don't want to hear the crap anymore because nobody can show me that they ever isolated a virus because a virus is not alive. And the reality is this, I got to tell you something, everybody. This, until you have real information and real science, I love that word, real science, don't even want to say it, it makes me want to throw up. But until you have real science or you have real logic, because it's called logic, which is called critical thinking, which I got to tell you something right now. And I've said it before, and it's the God's truth. There was a huge study done, and that's this. 80% of the population does not have critical thinking, and they're incapable of it. Do you get this? It didn't just come out and say that they don't have it. They're incapable of it. And only 2% of the 20% that are left actually take the time and the money to go learn how to what? How to go in and master their subconscious. Because guess what? You ready for this? You hate people because you have hate beliefs. You hate yourself because you have self-hate beliefs. You hate me because you need something to hate, and you can hate me all day long. And guess what? It's not going to alter me at all. I have this main law, okay? Do no harm, and I do no harm. And this other one is that I understand is money. Money is energy. Money helps us do things. But do not fall in love with money, but just know that money is energy and it can help you do things. So the reality is you will hate money if you've got poverty consciousness. You heard what I just said. I hate money. Well, of course you do, because you have poverty consciousness and you don't know how to make it. Okay? All right? I hate Dr. Wolfe. Okay, of course you do, because my beliefs don't match your beliefs. And I'm never going to hate you. And understand, what if you loved everyone? Meaning, guess what? That you hated no one. But you're going to have to start practicing that with yourself first and foremost. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be coming on here at 11 o'clock. And that would be 11 o'clock Texas time, which is an hour, it's an hour behind Eastern Standard. And I'm going to talk about parasites. I tried to do that in the airport the other day. And this is going to take me 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'm going to answer questions on Facebook. Okay? And then I'm going to give you a phone number if you want to text me. And I'll be answering questions. I'm going to do like a real show. Okay? All right? And then what I'm going to do on Monday, if it all works out, Monday I'm going to come on and I'm going to try to set it up here. And I'm going to show you what my exercise routine is, because people keep asking me, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'll do it Monday at 11 o'clock Texas time, and I'll do my exercise routine for those people who would like to have it, okay? It really is amazing, exercise routine. It's things I've learned over the years, and you're not going to believe it when you see it, but it's about length and strength and detox and tone. It's about letting go. Let me tell you something. If you could let go on a physical level and emotional level, you'd own your life, okay? Okay, people need to also stop judging others as well. Well, no, that's what they do. That's what they do. You know, I had a show done about me. It took them a year and a half to do it, to put this show together, to try to destroy me, and it made me more powerful. Isn't that something? And then I was supposedly murdered 3 people, so why aren't I in jail? I'm here in Texas, guys, if you want to come and get me. I'll be doing a lecture. You can go on braveheartnation.com. I'll be doing a lecture in McKinney, Texas. Then I'll be doing another lecture in Kelowna, British Columbia next week. Okay, so you know where to come and get me. Okay, the reality is people can say anything. Okay, they can say anything they want. And the reality is people hate their lives right now. So when they have something else to hate instead of their lives, they're going to do it. God loved them anyway. So if somebody hates you, love them anyway. Please, please. It's nothing against you. It is nothing against you. All right? You know, and understand, whether people give you hate or they give you love or whatever they give you, it's a gift. You don't have to accept it. If somebody hates me, I'm not going to accept that. But I'm going to take a look at it and find out if I really wronged them. Because if I don't, then I'm not going to learn. I'm not going to expand my mind. I'm not going to change my own personality. And the reality is, you need to change your personality by 1% every day. 1% every day. That means you'll become a new person in 100 days, and then you can start all over again. You know what? I am just so blessed. The creator of everything actually decided to create me. And what do I need to do with this time on this planet? To create as much beautiful things and help people to find out that imagination is your best gift from God Almighty. And you've got to use your imagination. You lie to yourself every day when you're hating anything. So why don't you just start lying to yourself about how beautiful you are, how beautiful the world is, and how there's great opportunities, and get rid of your poverty consciousness on love, on money, and everything else. Okay, today I was out driving around and we were looking for a new place for our fulfillment center in Texas, and guess what? We were going to go into like a commercial building, and I went, oh my God, I drove by this place and it's like this historic building made out of brick, and it says Making Bacon on the side. And I guess it was, I don't know what it was, but anyways, it really looked pretty unique. And I looked inside and it's an old hardware store. And I said, that's what I want. I want things with history. I want things that are unique. I don't just want some big tin building. So everything that you do in life, look for the beauty of it. And look for what makes you happy and exciting. I said, why would I want to move to Texas and then do a one-a-day from a steel building? Why don't I do it from a historical building made out of brick, and that's got history behind it? And also, This one here, it's got a barn behind it. And I said, wouldn't it be great if we opened up like a petting zoo and had like chickens and cows and sheep and everything like that back there. And then we can open up our juice bar there. See what happens when you get going? I didn't even smoke a joint. I just have this imagination and know that the creation of everything will give me whatever I want. If you want things and you're not getting them, it's because your belief systems say you don't deserve it. I'm telling you, that's the God's truth. Once you deserve something, it will come, but you need to be patient because that which created the universe knows at the right time and how to give it to you. I swear to God, this is the truth. I live my life like this. I live my life like this. So understand something. You can all hate me. Go ahead, just get it off your chest. I'm going to love you anyway. You come to my lectures, you can hate me there too. I'm going to give you a hug if you want one, but you probably wouldn't want to because, oh, God knows. But the reality is here. Are you ready for this? The psychos win. They're going to win because I believe that at least 99% of the population hates themselves on some level. And that's all they needed. They can just sit back now and go on holiday. We're eating ourselves to death. We're thinking ourselves to death. We're drinking ourselves to death. And we're going around to see who we could hate. I'm never going to hate anyone. I'm never going to waste my time and my energy. And just remember, when you hate someone, you're not dumping dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. You're dumping adrenaline and cortisol. But guess what? You're not dumping it like as if you're in total fear. You're dripping it into your body and you don't even realize it. As long as you hate someone, they've got it made. You know, we're so easy to be programmed. Every one of these psychos that made you put the diaper on for the last 2.5 years is going to do it again this coming fall. And you think I'm kidding? Do you actually think that they would plan for 250 years and they gave up already? Let me tell you something. First of all, they've got to destroy the US dollar. It's the only way they bring in a new way of finances. Okay. Also, if you look at history, the United States has been the empire for almost 500 years, and no empire lasts for more than 500 years. The next thing is guess what? All right. We've always been enslaved, but where we're enslaved the most is in here. The invisible bonds that bind us, which are called our beliefs, which aren't your beliefs. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't come and take a course like my whole life coach certification course, you're never going to get out of it. You think I don't know? I've been doing whole life coach certification since I was 27 years old. And I can tell you right now, families don't change, friends don't change, unless you're willing to go in and crack the coconut and go into your subconscious, because your whole life is determined by your prominent dominant beliefs that aren't yours. You got them from 0 to 7. Think about how screwed up your parents were. Tell me they weren't. Oh, my parents were just unbelievable. I'm sure they were. They loved you the best they could, but they were screwed up just as much as I was screwed up when I first became a parent. But it was really apparent to me that I better change this because I was poisoning my kids. Okay? There was no more judgment for my children. Just justice. And what does justice mean? Well, judgment means that I'm not going to send my kids to judgment jail on an emotional or physical level. Justice means I'm going to sit down and ask them why they did what they did and why they feel hurt by me or by the world, and what can I do to support them. Remember, these are beautiful spirit beings. You're a beautiful spirit being. Feed your spirit, heal your body. Let me just see here. I want to go over a couple things for those of you that are hanging in here with me. Okay, it's hard to see because of the sun. So I'm going to be lecturing in McKinney, Texas, April the 18th at 6 p.m. if you want to come, okay? And you can contact Rami at 214-549-3721 or call me at 469-861-9454. And at 7 o'clock, I'll be starting the lecture, and then we'll be going live, and it'll be in McKinney, Texas, and it's I forget the name of the place. That's really beautiful. Anyways, you can get the information also off of braveheartnation.com. Okay? And also, just letting you know that our pain-free pelvis lecture in Stuart, Florida is on April the 19th at 6:30 at the First Presbyterian Church of Stuart. Okay, and you can call Dina for that at 786-488-7782. And my son, Dr. Sage Wolfe, is doing consultations and treatments in Stuart, Florida, because he's doing a Wolfe Non-Surgical certification there that started 2 days ago. And you can get treated there by him if you'd like to come for a treatment, okay? And if you'd like to do that, then you can call 469-861, my phone number, 9454, and I'll give you his phone number because I don't know it off by heart. And just know this, that my son, Dr. Sage Wolfe, will be coming here in 2.5 weeks, and he'll be here for 3 weeks to do treatments. And also he's doing a certification for Wolfe Non-Surgical. If you've always wanted to learn, it's going to be a small class. There's only 4 in the class right now, and we're not going to take more than 8 people in this class. If you want to learn Wolfe Non-Surgical, then please give me a call on that as well. It will be going up into the braveheartnation.com. All of our trainings, treatments, and lectures go up there. But that'll be going up on Monday. Next thing is I will be lecturing in Kelowna, British Columbia. And that'll be happening April 26th at 6 p.m. as a meet and greet. And then at 7, we'll be starting the lecture at the Royal Anne Hotel, 348 Bernard Avenue, Kelowna. It's free. And you can call 780-306-0744 or just show up. But we'd like to reserve the seating because we want to make sure that if we have too many people coming, we'll get a bigger venue. Okay, because most of the venues are getting around 170 to 200 people at these lectures. And then Barrie, Ontario, I'll be going there on May the 25th. And I'll be lecturing from a meet and greet from 6 until 7, and then from 7 until probably 9 o'clock I'll be doing the lecture. And please contact Shalou at 705-828-2257. Okay, 2257. Now, I will also be doing some treatments in British Columbia, in Kelowna when I go there. And I'll be doing some treatments in Barrie, Ontario. But my son, Dr. Sage Wolfe, will be going to Barrie, Ontario. He'll be there for a month to be able to do treatments if anybody wants to come from Toronto or the area for treatments, okay? Now, I want everybody to understand something. When I say this, okay, I want you to know this, that it's important that we always take a look at how people are feeling. But understand that most people are getting hurt right now because they're on the edge. You know, it's like a tsunami hit us with this 2.5 years, 3 years of BS, dysfunctional belief systems. And the problem is people are on the edge right now. We see the fallout happening with depression and anxiety, people being very short to anger. So connect to your breath, everyone. 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. Keep a slight smile on your face. And if people lose it and you love those people, just look at them and say, I love you anyway, and walk away. Or see if they'll have a hug. You know that if you were to do a hug heart to heart and somebody is so angry just saying, listen, can we just stop for a second yelling at each other? Can we just do a heart to heart hug? And then if you were to do that and let your hearts melt, it would only take about a minute of connecting to each other and then step back. And then guess what? I want you to just rip into them. You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to. The subconscious mind will protect whatever beliefs are in there. So I need you to understand, no matter how you decide to treat me, whether it's with love or with anger or with hate, it doesn't matter. I can't do anything but love you anyway. Okay? And if you continue to be like that, then I won't focus on you. I'll focus over here where I can find people that vibrate like me. I'm not going to focus on you or try to change you. So understand that. So I will mind my own business while you're hating on me. But just know this, I will not take it on and suffer for you. I will not suffer for the world. I will not suffer for my children. I will not suffer for my partner. I'm not going to suffer for anyone. Because as soon as you suffer for people, you need to understand you're dumping adrenaline and cortisol into your body and you're becoming depressed. This is what they want. You know, if you want to get back at these psychos, you'll wear a slight smile, you'll connect to your breath, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out, and you'll actually make healthy choices. Now today we're going to be showing how Rami makes her blender drink tomorrow. Most amazing tasting blender drink. When you see this, it's going to blow your kazoo. Okay, it is so delicious, so healthy. So today I've done, you know what I've done so far? 3 quarts of structured water with black diamond. I did my daily cleansing tea this morning, my ionic calcium. And then I just did her blender drink. Now we're going to go in and have a salad. She just made the salad for me. It's a huge, big salad. Okay, and then we're going to go for a walk downtown and just chill out and enjoy life. Look at how beautiful it is. Okay, and remember something, beauty's got to start in your mind first, because there are people that live in McKinney, Texas, where I am right now, that guess what? They're totally depressed, they're totally in pain, they're totally suffering. And guess what, guys? I want to tell you something. Everybody that has a disease, there is no such thing. It's because the practitioners you went to don't know what they're doing. Because guess what? All diseases are just symptoms because you're not getting the right treatment. You don't know how to treat yourself. You don't know how to nourish yourself. You're just eating. You're not nourishing. You don't know how to nourish yourself on an emotional or physical level. That's all. You know, you could have it all. You could have it all. You could have wealth on all levels. And I'm telling you could. If you just minded your own business, got into your passion and purpose. And like I said, everybody that has a disease out there, that is a symptom that hasn't been treated properly. And guess what? Everybody that has a disease is full of worms. And guess what? There's good worms in the body and there's bad worms. You know that there's an actual small microscopic worm that just right on the top of your eyelid, all he does is go back and forth, and all he does is eat the actual skin that comes off the top here. I mean, look at, there's good bacteria, bad bacteria. There's yeast and then there's fungus, okay? And there's good worms and there's bad worms. And whether you want to believe this or not, why don't you put your pipe and smoke it? Okay, here's one for you. Do you know why we get colds and flus? We get colds and flus, okay, it's pretty windy here. We get colds and flus because guess what? Our bacteria, okay, and the fungus and the worms won't eat the heavy metals and the man-made toxins that actually cause colds and flus. Okay, so dairy causes more colds and flus than anything else. Thank you very much. We can't digest cow's milk. It's 20 times larger the molecule than mother's milk. So don't give me your organic pasteurized milk, guys, or your dairy or your Greek yogurt pitch, because I'm not going to fall for it. Okay, and if you didn't notice, they're putting more dairy and more cheese in every drive-through so that you have inflammatory problems. But here's the deal. Dairy is 20 times, the molecules 20 times larger than mother's milk. So if you were going to milk something, why don't you go milk a monkey? It's closer to a human. Well, because they're the biggest udders, and that's where we make our money. And the reality is there's a product in there called casein that will cause the inflammation and the addiction to you wanting to have more cheese, more yogurt, and more milk. We are such fools. We are ruled, fooled, and schooled. And understand this. I believe that we were manipulated, okay, by something evil when it comes to our subconscious. Because here's the deal. You couldn't make me eat poison if you tried. You couldn't make me talk poison about somebody if you tried. You couldn't make me hate you if you tried. Because my subconscious, prominent, dominant beliefs are based in one love, one law, unconditional love for all. Now, I know it's very difficult to love someone who hates you, so we just don't focus in that direction. And guess what? We focus where the light is. We're not going to go to the darkness. Why do you go back to relationships and go to people that make you feel awful, that bring your vibration down, that throw you out of alignment? Okay? Because guess why? Because you've never learned how to love yourself, and you'd rather have a contaminated love than none at all. You think about that today. Okay? I don't mind you coming on tomorrow. I'll come on 11. You want to talk about what I talked about here today? We'll do that. All food processing plants burnt to the ground. Well, that would be great, but we can't do that either. The reality is just think about this. Why do everybody eat processed food? And don't you know that every large food corporation is owned by the tobacco industry? Why don't you do some homework? The tobacco industry has infiltrated everything to poison us. And whether you believe it or not, for those of you that are religious, yes, you could call it the devil, but it isn't. It's just an evil entity that it will be allowed to be on planet Earth no matter how many extinctions we go through, because the reality is this is a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure, and the psycho elite will always be in charge of the money, but they're not going to be in charge of your heart. They're not going to be in charge of your spirit. And the reality is the majority rules. There's only about 150,000 of them, and they hog-tied 8 billion. So I think we got what we deserve. And the reality is I want to thank all of those people, all of those low-hanging fruit, okay, that decided not to wake up. And guess what? It woke me up. I'm taking a stand. Yeah. Nobody's going to tell me what to do, what to eat, what to drink, where to live. Nobody's ever going to do that to me. You know what? And guess what? I think outside the box on everything. Now, some of you will get pissed off at this, but I'm on my way to Puerto Rico. After I'm going to lecture here, and also I've got a training that I put together that I'm doing for 4 medical doctors on how to pull fibroid tumors apart. You heard what I said, okay? Fibroid tumors, pull them apart, okay? Lovingly pull them apart, and then use Cell-Sonic, okay? Now, do you have any tips for a dog with diabetes? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come on and do a whole dog show. Tomorrow's Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday. I'll do a dog show, and I'll show how I work on Rami's dog. And then you can come on, and I'll come on at 11 o'clock on Tuesday, and we will do a complete show. That's 11 o'clock Texas time, and we'll do a doggone show. And understand something. You can go to any of veterinarians you want, but I will tell you one thing right now. My Humic, Black Diamond, my Black Gold, the Daily Cleansing Tea, the Silver Bullet Gel, the Curcumin Cayenne 5000 that heals everyone already. Okay, we use that on dogs, and right from brain cancer to you name it, to arthritis. And if you've got a crippled dog, we'll uncripple that dog so fast it'll make your head spin. You know, a veterinarian is the same as a medical doctor. Drug dealers, okay? My aunt's dog has diabetes. Well, I know, but okay, you need to understand something right now, guys. Okay, 90% of all dogs and cats are pre-diabetic. Okay, all right, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? 86% of the population of the United States is pre-diabetic. Okay, did you get that? All right, so, you know, they eat the same crap we eat. Okay, all right? Yeah, anyways. So I'm going to go eat my salad, and then we're going to go take a walk downtown. And let me see if there's anybody else straight into this. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And just know this. Love me, hate me, doesn't matter. When we all leave this planet, we'll be going back to the same place. We won't have any different religions. We won't have any different colors. We won't have any different languages. Okay? All right? We won't have any different preferences. We'll all be high vibrational spirit beings, and we are eternal. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's real science. Okay? Energy doesn't die. Okay? But you can definitely kill your energy when you'd like to kill me or kill someone else. You might just find your energy go. Okay? All right? So have a beautiful day. Have a blessed day. Walk around with a slight smile. Keep smiles wherever you go in case we need to find you. Okay? All right? And remember something, Braveheart Nation, guys. We need to stick together. They're going to be coming for us at the end of this summer, and they're going to be giving you all these things about how, did you read about the dog that just died of the avian virus? Okay? Isn't that something? Doggone it. Okay, so we're going to start off there, and we're going to trickle this stuff in, okay? But we're more than ready for them, okay? We're more than ready for them. They don't own us. I'm not going to do what they tell me to do. Okay, and I'm going to live my own life, because guess what? They're not after me. They're after the low-hanging fruit. Oh, you know the ones that are bloated and look like they ate a beach ball, and they look like they're 9 months pregnant. The ones that where their intestines are falling down and out of their stomach. The ones that have a disease, which there are no diseases, just people who do not know how to love and care for themselves. And then they go to somebody who's only in emergency care, and then guess what? You'll be sold off by the pound. So think about this. It might be too hard for you to think about this, okay? That what if you loved everyone? But let's just start here. What if you hated no one? What if you never hated how your body looked? I don't care if you're 100 pounds overweight, which means that you're just 100 pounds of infection and inflammation. There's no being overweight. You need somewhere to store it. We can talk about that another time. But the reality is this. What if you didn't hate anything about your life? How much more energy would you have? Do you think you might heal faster? Do you think you might be more fun to be with? Do you think you might smile more? Do you think you might breathe deeper? Huh? Do you think you might have different thoughts? Well, you're not going to have different thoughts until you take something like my whole life coach certification, whether you like it or not. I was just on the phone with a lady. I hope she's on and listening. And guess what? We got on there and she's talking about how she's 62. She had a whiplash when she was 19, and she says it's giving her problems still. Do you know how broken we are? I told her, if you come to see me, I'll get rid of 80 to 90% of your whiplash, give you money back. But she can't come to see me right away. I told her, get a consult. Go to docofdetox.com, click on consultation, okay? And I said, and then get a consult, and you'll have lifetime support from that consultant or from any of the other consultants, but you'll get lifetime support from us for $150 plus our perfect day guide. And I said to her, and she said, I don't have much money. And I said, you don't have $150. If I came into your fridge, went into your fridge and went into your cupboards right now, would I find $150 worth of garbage? I said, yes, I would. And I'll see you buying that every week. Understand something. When you've got a guide and a coach that will work with you, that's the only time you can change, because if you don't change your personality, you're never going to change your reality. So guess what? What if you didn't hate anyone? What if you didn't hate anything about your life? What if you didn't hate anything about you? What if right now you went to the mirror and you said, whatever your name is, let's say Wendy, I will love, protect, honor, and respect you from the moment I rise until I close my eyes. I will love you before anyone else or anything else, so help me God. And if you did that, you wouldn't be hating other people or yourself. God bless everyone. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.